How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Today I have something I gotta take care of with one of the cars. It's its annual smog check, and I also have a really big announcement to make. But before I get into that, if you could do me a huge favor, go ahead and hit that like and consider subscribing to the channel. We're still doing the 1,000 subscriber merch giveaway. We're right super close to the first 1,000 subscribers, so thank you to everybody that's been subscribing and watching the videos. Really do appreciate it. And also for the merch giveaway, all you gotta do is subscribe to this channel and follow our socials. Links are in the description below on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. So let's get into this. Right now it's time for its annual smog check. I'm actually warming up, yes, the SLK, the car that never moves or gets driven. Have to take it for smog. It does need a lot of maintenance, but the car runs and drives just fine. Gonna go take it out for its smog check. But it's also come time for me to actually sell one of the cars. Don't really want to sell it, but it doesn't really make sense in my life. But then again, neither do, actually none of my cars make any sense in my life minus the XB. But the car that I actually have to sell is the Mustang. So for those of you that have been following the channel, this is a project that I built for the 2020 SEMA show, which is the 2021 SEMA show, which is the first year back from SEMA when they took the hiatus because of the situation that we all had to live through. But now it's time to let the car go. It's actually currently listed on Bringatrailer. So the auction is now live. Let me show you right here. You can see here, the auction's live, and thank you to whoever bid on it already. So this car I've had for a while now, about a year and a half, almost 2 years, I guess. Yeah, a year and a half. And it's been a really fun car to drive, but honestly it just sits. If I had to choose between getting rid of these, you know, between these two sports cars, honestly, even though this is faster and beats that by every measure you can as a car guy, I'm keeping that. That's got a lot of sentimental value. But this car makes sense for me right now to get rid of. Not that I don't like it, love driving this thing, it's really fun, but it just doesn't make sense for me right now. So right now it's on Bringatrailer. The auction ends on Tuesday. Please spread the word. But yeah, really fun time with this, and I will give you a full overview and review of my experience with Bringatrailer after the auction is over. The car is going as is. I haven't removed anything except for the Recaro seats. I already swapped them out. The reason for removing them is I like these seats a lot, and I don't think taking them out would affect the final auction value that much compared to what they are worth. And I want to save these for another project. I know it has Ford on the headrest, and that probably stays, so let's see what I work on next. But I really do like the seats, so I decided to keep them and use them for a future project. If I don't use them for a future project, kind of promised Steve that I would give him one and I'll keep one, and we're gonna build sim rigs and start, you know, doing online sim racing and some kind of, see if I could share with all of you and actually drive and, you know, play video games online with all you guys. But yeah, the car's for sale. Did a full detail on it. Everything's good to go. All the information's on the Bringatrailer auction site. The link will be in the description. But yeah, we'll see how the auction goes and kind of go from there. I want to thank all the customers this week that have been ordering parts. As you know, we are in a recession and things have been slow, but I appreciate all the customers that send inquiries and actually order things. It's, you know, it's how I keep the business going. But yeah, enough about the car. If you have any questions about the car, feel free to message on Bringatrailer, shoot me an email, or you can comment down below. And what are your thoughts of this project build? Is this something that you liked? Is this something that you love seeing me work on? Or is this something that, you know, or do you have any suggestions on what type of vehicles I should work on next? I know I have the TC to work on still, and the S2 is not even in the question right now. I need to clear up more space. But yeah, so let's get into the smog. So this SLK sits mainly for weeks at a time, and if you watched in the previous video, the battery was actually dead, so I did a slow trickle charge. It starts up just fine again. This happens every winter with the car, so I'm just letting it warm up, letting it get warm, and all that good stuff, and from there gonna drive it down and get the smog check done. Should pass just fine. The car's got an axle back exhaust, which shouldn't affect emissions at all. It's a Lorenzo muffler, so yep, just letting it warm up, and I will be back when I'm on my way to get smog. I've been driving the car around for a few minutes to get it warmed up for smog, and as you can see, the headliner is sitting on my head. Before I forget, I want to say give a huge thank you to Ford Motor Company, Ford Performance, Recaro, Mickey Thompson, Alpharex, Kaiju Motorsports, SP Signworks, and Alvarez Auto for all the help on this car. And last but not least, Steve for helping me work on it and get through all this with the project, and also Willie for transporting for the first year it was coming to SEMA. But yeah, there's countless others I need to thank. 101 Performance, JP, and a couple others. Driving, can't think off the top of my head, but for those that have helped out on the car, thank you so much. You know who you are. It's been a really fun experience with that car, but again, it's time for the car to go, and yeah, I need space. Unfortunately, that's the easiest car to let go right now. Want to, get some more work done. So yeah. Right now I'm driving the SLK around, obviously. So everything's running fine. Temperatures are holding good. Car ride's just fine. Tires are a little low on air, but it's not gonna hurt anything. The headliner is just bothering me. As you can see here, it's still sagging and it's just sitting on top of my head. So if you have any old Oldsmobile or Cadillacs from the 90s and you grew up with one, this should be familiar. My family didn't have one, but I had a lot of friends that did, and one of my friends in high school's first car was his dad's Oldsmobile wagon, and this is exactly what it did. Quite the fun car. He had, I guess his dad was like the second owner and had it forever, and then he gave it to him and just said just drive it to the ground, and that's what he literally did, and it was pretty fun to get around in. 16, 17-year-old guys just being idiots driving around an Oldsmobile wagon that looked like it came from like the Wonder Years. So yeah, I'm just revealing how old I am. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go get the smog done and get to the smog station, and I'll check back in. Just got to the smog station. With my luck of how it is, he is at lunch right now. He'll be back at 2 o'clock. Right now it is 1:45, so 15 minutes, not a huge deal. I'll just wait here. The couple other stations nearby, usually they either drive your car in and out, which I don't like, especially for this car. With the XB, I don't care. This car, I do mind. This one, they don't really touch the car at all. They just hook up the OBD and that's it. Everything else, the guy here lets me help him do, so he doesn't touch the car. But yeah, he'll be back. I'll check back in after I get the smog done.
Several bad puns later.
Not sure if the camera's picking this up, but it started snowing.
2,000 years later.
What an adventure this turned out to be. The smog shop that I was sitting at, waited there 20 minutes past the guys coming back from lunch sign, and never showed up, so I decided to drive to another location nearby. And in between all that, it started snowing, and it stopped again, but the car is completely drenched, which is fine. You can see some remnants of snow right here. Pretty crazy. Was not expecting this today, but made it kind of fun to drive, I guess. But the only issue here in Vegas is as soon as a drop of water hits the floor, everybody forgets how to drive. Not that they know how to drive to begin with here in Vegas, it's even worse. But yeah, in terms of the smog results, right there, as you can see, it passed and no problem. The car is a stock car plus a Lorenzo axle back, so no big deal there. It just sits, so it needs a lot of maintenance, which is coming up in upcoming episodes. But outside from that, again, the Mustang is on bringatrailer, so, and it's live right now. It'll be done on Tuesday, I think that's the 27th, 26th. Sorry, Tuesday the 28th, the very end of the month. So, but yeah, spread the word. If any of you are interested and have questions, again, please leave it in the comments below. Shoot me an email or leave a message on bringatrailer. But again, thanks so much for watching the video. Definitely do appreciate it. See you next time.